Hold on a moment. All right. Oh, yeah, it looks like I froze, didn't I? All right. Well, let's see if we can't fix that. I don't know why it's frozen. Oh, I'm back? Okay, good. All right. So weird. That's all right, though. Not like you were missing much at this point, I gotta say. Not like you were missing much. Because I'm just falling to my death a lot. Let me restart Twitch myself here because I'm not seeing it. Mine froze up. There we go. Now we're talking. Alright, oh yeah, let's just die again. Yeah, Single Track made this. It's same makers as Twisted Metal. Twisted Metal 1 and 2, Jet Moto 1 and 2. And between those games alone, they made some of the best games for the first PlayStation. Like, maybe not a lot of people would agree with me on the Jet Moto portion of that. Although I've talked to a number of friends who remember it fondly. But Twisted Metal 2 is almost without a doubt one of... It's a contender for top 20 for the system at the very least. I'd probably put it in my personal top 10 though. You'd have to consider the Final Fantasy games though. Kind of they're solid. A lot of good competition for the first PS1. Castlevania Symphony of the Nightcrawler makes my cut. It might be a situation where, you know what it is? It's probably where you can pick between 10 racers, but there's only 4 racing at any given time. So, like, you have the choice of different racers, but instead of racing against 10 people, or like 9 people, instead of 10 people doing the actual racing, it's 4. That would make sense. Oops. Yeah, you know what? I'm glad to get out of there either way. Definitely not beating my personal best today. But I'm okay with it, and I'm definitely not saving this. The only reason I would consider saving this is if in the next few races I do so well that I somehow end up coming up in first, even with a 10th place. Which happened last night, actually. Come to think of it. I placed 10th, I think, on this course. But it wasn't enough to take me out of first. Which was nice. Yeah, Steel and Vampire are ones to watch here. Steel's right there in the top 3, yeah. But Little Dave... Alright, Roller Side. I really do like this course quite a bit. I need to get better at it. But aesthetically, I think that this is a fantastic concept for a course. At the moment. Racing games need more roller coasters. And I need to stay on roller coasters, as I say. I'm surprised that I didn't fall right up there. Careful with it, you could actually hit the bell up there. There is a bell and it will ding. Oop. Corkscrew time. Front flip, yeah. I mean, you're in the air long enough. Ultimately, as far as speed goes, it's probably not the smartest thing, because once you're in the air, you slow way down. So it might be smarter to just try to ride the track where you're not catching so much air. Right there, you can't hardly help it. Uh-oh. I think he might actually be slowing down to some extent. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. It's like, wait a minute, what's happening here? I'm going the wrong way. But I think it's sending me the wrong way. The arrows, like, go this way? Yeah, I think it was actually setting me the wrong way. That's silly. I'm gonna not land. We're land, it's just not gonna land smoothly, nicely. Yeah, it actually had me pointed the wrong way. Awesome. I still didn't quite hit the bell. Computer cheats, been saying that since Spawn. Yeah, depending on how it's programmed. I imagine there's times where it does. Some worse than others. Into the abyss. I'm out of turbo because I was trying to reach the bell. Yeah. That would probably be the smarter thing to do, is what I just did right there. Where you don't catch too much air. I mean, again, some of these spots you can't help it. That's a problem. Still got grappled though. Not survive the corkscrew there. Having a difficult time with the corkscrew tonight. For some reason. That'll work. I really do love the concept of this level, probably more than the actual level itself. Can't believe all of the difficult times I'm having with the corkscrew. Turbo there, hold off, and get back on the ground quickly. Turbo up, hold off, too much air. Well, I may have hit it, I don't. I heard this faint sound of bell there. I've definitely hit it before. Probably not with this racer though. Again, this is where I'm losing all of that speed right there. Catching too much air. It could be that my rig's overheating, but hopefully not. Let's see. I'm going to double check something real quick. Check my network. We do have a couple of people that, like my niece lives here and works from home. But let's do like a speed test here. The speed test is looking okay. Not sure what it is. There might be things that I can shut off on the computer that would help out though too. So after this race, crazy. Right after this race is done, which it almost is, I will see if there's anything I can shut off, any background processes that don't need to be on. Man, that corkscrew's had it aim for me tonight. I've had plenty of times where it's given me no troubles at all. There we go. Yeah, nowhere near my personal best on that. But let's take a look and see if I can shut down some software here. Alright, that seems like that'll do the job, hopefully. Don't know if that'll affect it much or not, but we'll see if it does. Yeah, I'm way down in the standings now. With 2 tracks to go, I would have to do really amazing on these next 2, probably. And I will not. I'm just going to tell you right now. This one is really tough. They do save the toughest ones for last on this. Although, well, let's just all die. That was beautiful. There's one of them called Nightmare that happens later. That's the one that you unlock. It's called Nightmare. Like, man, how is that 10th right there out of 10 when there was people behind me? Maybe they weren't. Rough level too. Oops. This is definitely taking some practice before I have immediate prayer of passing this level. In a competitive way. Plenty of this level is not that bad. Oops. This right here is clearly not too bad. And then you got the bridge that you gotta remember is there. This part's rough. 1 uphill in comparison. Like, it seems rough, and then you realize there's not all that much of the level that's that treacherous. It's just a few spots that are pretty bad, like this is one of them near the end. Make sure you're centered near there. There we go. It's a little treacherous. Slightly treacherous. This is not bad at all. Middle bridge. If this is rough, then this is where you gotta be. And if you do it smart there, I feel like it's not even worse here either. This is, I'd say, probably the most dangerous part of the level. Master that. And remember that there's a bridge in the middle of one section. Probably. It's gonna beat my personal best, though. Maybe. Turbo, so maybe not. 4:15.4. Definitely taking last place with that, but let's move the personal goal up a bit. Yeah, Steel's definitely taking this one, I'm thinking. I'd find it very interesting if I played back through these if it was always the same racers that did good. And then Mach Schnell here. Alright. Oh, yes. Wasn't first. As it sits, I don't think I would be able to well enough now, even if I took first place. I'm pretty sure that I'd be bested by Steel. Steel would have to come last, I'd have to come first, and it still wouldn't be enough points. Oh, yeah. I thought I might actually land. Well, they counted it, so I ain't gonna complain. Ain't gonna complain about that. I think this would be a little dangerous. This would be pretty dangerous in real life. Pretty deadly if you missed. Uphill. I thought I had done enough of a grapple. I had not. Way better. almost thought I had that one too. Hand grenades. Oop. Decapitation. If I could do better with that and not fall right after there, that wouldn't be the worst plan, to use the turbo to pass that wide gap. Good job. Oh, I thought I was going to be able to jump to that. I was not. I bet if I was, yeah, turbo it like that. Then it says you have to go over every last bit of the... There it is. Right. That's nice. Good job. Remember that there's a gap here. Plan for it. Remember that there's a gap here and try to plan for that too. Don't lose your head yet. And there's the big... this. Oops, thought I had it. Turbo through that. But it worked, because, yeah. There's reasons. I feel like if you play it smart with your turbos on this, you can probably skip a big swath of this with good strategy and turbos. And I feel like we probably did back in the day too. Like right there, I jumped over a few of them. Definitely not going to beat my personal best this time. Steel, clearly, I believe, probably dominated here. Like, Steel got so many points that there was no possible catching there. Vampire with third. Well, actually, Vampire was right there with it then. But with my 59 points, clearly I was never going to be in the running ever again. If you say new race, then you're going to be going again. Alright. I'm going to try one more time. Not from the beginning, but from the loaded game. I'm going to see if I can't at least make progress on my most recent save. And then probably call it that. Okay, yeah. Because I did okay on Hot Shot. What were my standings at this point? That was for the race, but overall, with my 59 points, that's right, I was 4 points behind Steel and 8 points behind Vampire. And I feel like I could improve upon that. But if I can do better on the shaft here, maybe there's a shot. I'll see if I can at least get top 5 before I consider saving it, though. definitely not happening when you do that at the beginning, so immediately restart. And that seems to keep happening to me on that, where I'm not cutting that corner right or something. I'm falling off my bike right at the beginning. That's not the first time that's happened. In fact, today, every time that I've played it, I think I've fallen there, so I'll just slow down a bit. Let's get myself in the running. Doesn't help when you get knocked off. It's hard enough to reverse to begin with, but then when you get knocked off of it, it's not best. Kind of shocked that I'm still standing up. I'm just taking it slow. If nothing else, just to do better than my standing up. That works. That wasn't bad. 6th place even. Jeez, I'll take that. If I could remember that that's what comes after, that'd be better. There's a really silly place to reach and then realize that you've hardly used any turbo too. Okay. Exactly what happened there, but really I think it's something. Yeah, if I would have not been that good reason. Probably something that I did last time. That's very close. Oh, did it count? Yeah, I thought that my bike went across it, so hopefully I'm okay with that. I feel like that's probably twice that I got saved there when I should have fallen, where it clipped just the right way. Man, I will gladly take this one. I just gotta remember that those are there, because that's definitely something that's gonna hurt us. That's part of my problem right there, is that triangular shape right there in the middle. It's probably what I tripped over the previous time too. Wow, okay. Well, let's just get knocked into by everybody, that'd be good. Something tells me I'm still going to be completely dominating my personal score for this. Respect enough because I know that it's quite capable of taking me out. It's rough enough to go over this, but then to have someone knock into you. Okay, I'll take it. That may have been cheap, but I'll take it. See, every time it seems like I'm clipping there. Barely staying on, but staying on. And again, I ain't gonna complain about it one bit. It's like, you guys have finished the race already. Just let me through. I know it's a suicide course, but come on. Now we're back to our right ways. But ultimately, you're done with the race. You shouldn't still be going. No, that's not how these things work. But every time, man. And yet, all of these times that I've fallen, it's still better than my personal best. Are you kidding me? Well, I say that, but I haven't actually finished the race yet. But yeah, 5:44.9. Personal goal needs to change because my personal best was already better than that. But 5:44.9, man. Wow. And let's make the personal goal, like, I'm going to get really adventurous and say under 5. After all, the best racers here did it in under 4. Or around 4. Just after 4, actually. 4 1/10 of a second. See, here we are, Steel winning again. I'd be curious about this, to at least go one more track here and see if Steel comes in first place again. Roller side, and also test my theory about not catching too much air on this one. Oh, that's right. There are grapples. I forgot there was grapples there. I'm glad I saw them do that. Because the grapple will keep you closer to the track. After this, you use the grapple to bring you back down. That's how you do it. That's how you don't catch too much air. Now, it helps if you stay on the track, but I learned by watching that time. That's how you do better on this one. I just want to hit that bell. Wow! Of course, doing so automatically makes you... Okay, so let's restart the race. Going for the bell is fun and all, but it definitely makes it to where you're not going to do as good. Glad I noticed the grapples there. That's the thing, is get your speed and then grapple down. Yeah, that's even more brilliant. Like, this is a fun level design anyway, but the use of the grapples, utterly brilliant. Grapples underneath the track to stay on and not catch too much air. That is just brilliant level design. So right here, you don't want to get too much air. Get back to business as soon as possible here. They still call that a trick. That's pretty funny. Come on, grapple down. Grapple. Seriously, just brilliant level design. All about that. Probably here too, right? Nope. And yet, I'm really having problems with those tonight. I don't know why. I've had plenty of times where I've had no problems whatsoever with the corkscrew, but tonight it's got my number. trying to grapple button there, and there is none right in this area. You know what? It wasn't pretty, but I'll take it. Kicking my ass back. Boy, do I love that one. That definitely is not very smooth. Again, you call that a trick, and yet it was mostly just because I was on my neck that kept me from drifting off too much there. Grapple had to recharge. Yeah, I cannot even believe how much trouble I'm having with corkscrews today. There we go, that's what it's more like last one. Staying on the track all there. And flying off so it's just got a really sweet compromise here where you kind of almost barely go over the checkpoint and then just ride right back down. Grapple's not recharge things. Take it. It was cheap, but I'll take it. Oh yeah, let's just take that to the bottom of the pit there. Still on track to maybe beat my best on this. Again, despite all of the my best on record. Oops. Turbo, and that kind of helped. 539.9, definitely better. And it didn't hurt that you have the grapple there. So I'll play these last two one more time just to see. Now, Steel is still there in the running. But I don't know if the placing was exactly the same. I really don't. I would have to check back. Oh. And again with that, where they just kind of followed me. That's just bad. No. Restart. I can do better than that. Come on. I'm gonna hit a turbo. Let's hit it in the right spot. How about that, huh? Bridge here? Nope. Not yet. Come on. Bridge here. I knew it. I knew it was there and it still didn't pick it up. So take that. 348. Three 40 seconds. 0.8. That didn't take last. But Steel is up there near the top again. But I seriously think that the it's not programmed in as far as who's going to win this. There seems like there is some actual random chance involved. And maybe environmental. Like if it turns out that I run into one of them, then theirs gets knocked back, which, you know, as it should be. It's kind of nice that it's not something where it's like a predestined thing every time. there. This is there. Get decapitated. By the way, I've got the At-Games Legends Pro on the way. And got too good of a deal on it to pass up. So, admittedly, I'm pretty excited about that. Here we go, just a brief little burst of turbo there. Fall to your death. I've been curious, and the reason that they got me with the At-Games Legends Pro is there's a trackball. So while it does not come with Crystal Castles and Centipede and Millipede, or Marble Madness for that matter, I am thinking that they have a bring your own ROM thing for it, and it's supposed to work with like streaming from a PC too, so I'm quite excited at the prospect of playing some of those games with an actual trackball. Yeah, no, I happened to end up getting it. Yeah, you're saying that you went to buy it because of the trackball, but it was sold out at the discount price. That's, I think I got lucky on that. Got in on it when I did, which was recently though. It was, I was telling some friends about it, and by the time a number of my friends tried it, it was sold out. So it's probably the same deal. 99. But you know what? 99. I'll buy it for 99. And I believe Zookeeper is one of the built-in games, and I love Zookeeper. And Elevator Action, which, if you could see that direction, I have a full-size Elevator Action arcade machine. Sorry that you missed out the alert. Maybe more of them will come back in stock though. So I'm just gonna keep falling to my death. I feel like that's a good plan here. There's no way I was going to jump in on that for 220, but for 99, yeah, they got me for that. Oh, that would make sense if they were clearing them out for a new version, though. Maybe it'll be better. It'll have even better games or whatever, but I figured for 99, as long as that trackball works. And again, you got ones like Bubble Bobble and like Taito classics, basically. You got Bubble Bobble in there, you got Zookeeper in there. Should prove worthwhile. Yeah, this is terrible. My heart is not in it now. I'm cooling down. Get a decapitation there. Pretty sure I'm not even going to beat my personal best on this one. I have to do this next lap in about a minute. Even if I was doing really good, I don't think that would happen. Let's see how good I can do on this lap anyway. They're excited about that one. Remember there's a gap. Remember there's another gap right after that. Wrap it up. Just there. big gap. That's nice when you hit it just right, because then you don't even have to use the turbo. I was hoping that was enough turbo. It was not. Oh, for 218 for a refurb? No, no thanks. Double the price, and it's not even a new one. There's what I'm talking about right there. That's how you do it. Money for nothing, any chicks for free. Alright. Oh, you really? Alright. So I clearly did not win that one. Did not even beat my personal best on that. But there are still worse places to end off. Now, Steel didn't do as well that time. Did Steel win it this time? Vampire won it. Okay, so that tells me there's randomness to this, where it's not going to be the same outcome every single time, and that is interesting. Very interesting. I kind of like that it's not going to just be a foregone conclusion when I come back to this. If I can just do a little bit better on these remaining tracks, which right now, again, let me double check that the difference here. If I load, I'm gonna go to Arctic Blast here. This one, where I just finished that, where I just won one of them. Standings there. In that game, I'm in first. So it may make sense, honestly. You know, I'm gonna do one more race. I'm gonna do one more race here. If I can do better on this, or more to the point, if Vampira and Steel don't do as well, then it pays to save this as a different run. Because it's not a foregone conclusion that one specific racer is going to win. And I feel like I could probably do better on this one. Maybe. Oops. You know what? I'm only off by 3.6 seconds. Ultimately, I'll take that. Losing ground, though. See, I hate when I do that, where I attach to the one that's behind me there. That's a bad call. Alright, let's try one more time. Restart race. When you attach to the grapple that's behind you, you're saying I was going to jump on that as you're getting ready to build a cabinet, and figured that you could use it as a filler and rebuild the controls down the road, but use the at games. Yeah, no, and I've heard good things about, like, what is the X arcade sticks seem like they're nice, but they're not particularly cost effective, and I don't know if they're making them now. So they may, well, I haven't checked in a while, but they may be really cost prohibitive now, for all I know. Already wasted like half the way. Turbo here. And I know they have some of the X arcade. No, so I did it again. I gotta make sure I don't hit that grapple too soon. Somehow this one feels like I'm at least still in the running, even though I'm in 9th. That's about where I was. brighter for a moment there. Hello, saying hello there. Is this one? Wait now. There we go. Use that grapple to your advantage. I feel like I'm sitting very pretty. Should have known. Should have known right there to wrap up to stay in there. But it probably would make sense for me to go back to this one since I'm in first place on this one. Up to that point at least. No. Actually, this is a fun track. I've proven that I can do fairly well at it as well. So I feel like I can at least improve upon it. Oops. That 7 doesn't look bad. I'm going to be worse than 7, doesn't tell you that right now. Eighth place, 4 minutes. That can't be right. Hot shot. Did I seriously do that much better than my personal best on that and still place that badly? Yeah, that is hot shot. It's like I improved upon my personal best by a long shot, but placed way worse. Way worse. Try it again. Swearing that I'm going to be done. You're saying I found a supplier that will let me build using real arcade parts and detect them as a USB controller. Same with trackball and spinner. So missing out is yeah, it probably would be for the best. You probably can build it correctly from the get-go. And I would say one of the things that would be amazing to throw in there that I don't really have the technical know-how to do myself is the dial. So you can play ones like Tempest specifically. And like if you could end up like having a dial for not only Tempest but Tron, that would be phenomenal for the pair of those. Like when I go to a retro arcade, some of the ones that I gravitate to the most are ones that you really can't emulate exactly because of the specialty controllers. So like Tempest is way more fun in the arcade. Tron is way more fun in the arcade. Star Wars, oh my goodness, it's way more fun in the arcade. The original Star Wars. You found a plug and play before? Nice. I may have to keep an eye out for that because just for Tempest alone, it would be worth actually getting a good dial. Oh, did I seriously already use up all of my turbo? Because it appears that I've already used up all of my turbo. Oh, I was like, wait a minute. Okay, restart race. And you say they also make the Star Wars controller. I just can't think of where I can put it on a multi-use cabinet. Yeah, it would not be ideal for a multi-use cabinet unless you were specifically making one that would be for the Star Wars ones and Road Blasters. But then they have the arcade 1-up Star Wars for that. So yeah, just to my left, off camera, I do have 2 full-size legit arcade games. And one of them I got because I saw a Craigslist ad for it at a point when arcade games weren't as popular, I guess. Oh, thank you for that. That is cool. Thank you for the link. I will gladly be checking into that. I know where some of my stimulus money is going to go to. But the idea of the Craigslist ad was like they had elevator action for $300 was all the guy was asking, and the listing had been up for a month, so I figured there's no way in hell that's still there. So I contact the guy and say, hey, do you still have that elevator action machine for $300? And he said, yeah. So I'm thinking, great. At that point, I didn't own an arcade unit. I'm thinking, how am I going to justify the purchase? Like, I want this, but like, how am I going to justify it? Where am I going to put it? How am I going to pull it? Like, it's not really in our budget at that point, but I'm thinking, like, when am I going to get the opportunity for one of these again? But I passed on it. Only just figuring, like, I don't know how I get the logistics to work out. My wife and my friends ended up conspiring behind my back, and for my 37th birthday, they got the elevator action unit for me as a birthday gift, but also Miss Pac-Man, full-size Miss Pac-Man as well. So that would be my 2 full-size units that I have. But I've got to say, the elevator action, I rarely have seen, even like in retro arcade sense. I've been to, like, you know, Portland Retro Gaming Expo and like Jedi Alliance here in Spokane, and I haven't seen another elevator action machine since the 80s, probably, besides my own. Considering how popular it was, it doesn't seem to be all that common. 300 was a ridiculous steal of a price. Oops. Come on now. No! Don't do that. I'm just gonna leapfrog over the side there, that's all. Almost out of turbo. This is going to be it. We are at the point of diminishing returns. Oh yeah, the electromagnetic pinball machine. Fantastic. Which Gottlieb cabinet is it? Like, I don't know a lot about pinball, but I love the bits that I do know, and that Gottlieb makes some of my favorites. Oh, wow. Well, you fell off, didn't you? Yeah, 9th place. And yet, still better than my... I don't completely get this. That is my personal best on this now. And yet I placed worse. It's very clear that it's random as far as that part of it. 357.1. Wow. And I didn't do... Yeah, Sky Jump, I can't say that I've heard of it, but that's fantastic. Yeah, Gottlieb made just some of the best machines, though. Like, I didn't appreciate Black Hole until the Pinball Arcade. But then seeing one in person, too, it just... What ingenuity. What ingenuity. Yeah, you're making room for it in the new place, but only have room for one arcade cabinet or a dresser. So you're building... Makes sense. Pardon me. To do the full-size main cabinet. Fantastic. I will check that out here momentarily. But yeah, full-size main/cabinet dresser. In the top front quarter will be the main stuff. The bottom half and back half will look like the arcade machine, but will actually be closed storage. That's brilliant. Gotta love that. Yeah, no, well, and that makes sense with it being a electromagnetic unit. That would make sense that it would be like a 70s sort of thing. That's fantastic. That's very cool. All right, I'm definitely going to call it. I'm at that diminishing returns portion of the evening. Appreciate you tuning in. Thank you very much there, Brassbit. Until next time, Brassbit 2. We're going to call it. Oh, I forgot. I can stop it right here. Have a good night. Thanks.